your mind just feels completely overloaded, like you're
Yeah.
juggling way too much.
Oh, definitely. That feeling of needing sort of more clarity, more control.
Exactly. Well, we've been looking into something that might help with that. It's a platform called Reconstruct.
Yeah, Reconstruct. And what's really interesting is their whole approach. It's not just about fixing problems when they pop up.
Right.
It's more about, actively building up your mental fitness day to day.
Like physical fitness, but for your mind,
Precisely. And they offer a whole range of digital tools aimed at improving what they call optimal everyday performance.
which sounds great. And the variety of tools is honestly pretty impressive. It's not just like another meditation app.
No, not at all.
We're talking digital planners,
Yeah.
interactive calendars, even something called a thought shredder.
Intriguing, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So our plan for this deep dive is to really get into what Reconstruct is, explore these tools they offer, and kind of figure out their strategy for helping us feel, well, more resilient and focused.
And we're drawing from their website, plus a YouTube discussion with Shraddha Sharma talking about the platform.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What is Reconstruct exactly?
Well, according to them, they call it a safe space for your mind. That idea of a secure digital place seems pretty central.
Hmm, a safe space. And they really lean into the idea that they're building free tools, right? Interactive self-help stuff.
Yeah, that's a big point, making it accessible. The goal seems to be helping you navigate those everyday negative feelings, the constant stream of thoughts that can get a bit much sometimes.
And in that YouTube video, Shraddha Sharma calls it a wellness platform,
Yeah,
offering digital tools for, like you said, better daily performance.
exactly. It reinforces that idea of proactive care for, real benefits in daily life.
Which feels like a different way of looking at it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Often mental health is seen as something you only tackle when there's a problem, a cure needed.
Right. The video touches on that. Reconstruct seems to be pushing for a more continuous approach. Let's build mental strength all the time.
Not just react when things go wrong.
Precisely. Building resilience is a habit. So, okay, let's dig into the actual tools. What do they offer? It's quite a mix.
It really is.
Yeah.
So first up, they have these Mind Tools 2025 digital planners and calendars.
Okay.
And these aren't just static things, they're interactive. You can color code. There are vision board templates, planners for the year, week, day,
All digital.
all digital, designed so you can easily write, edit, download them. Seems aimed at helping you get organized if you're feeling, scattered.
That makes sense. That feeling of overwhelm often comes from just chaos in your schedule,
Yeah.
right? So tackling that directly with planning tools is practical.
Yeah. Then there are these simple, fun mind tools. And honestly, these caught my eye.
Okay, like what?
Well, there's a thought shredder,
I like the sound of that.
right, to mentally declutter. Then smile therapy, which I guess encourages you to smile to maybe boost your mood.
Interesting. Facial feedback hypothesis, maybe.
Could be. And a digital bubble wrap popper for relaxation.
Oh, like a fidget toy, but digital. I get that. Grounding.
Yeah. Even a digital rage room to, like, vent frustration safely.
Wow. Okay. A bit unconventional, but I can see the appeal of a safe outlet.
And also more standard stuff like a box breathing tool for calming down and decision wheel if you're stuck.
So it's a real toolkit. Different things for different needs,
Mm.
stress reduction, decision making, emotional release.
Exactly. And there's more. Take a timeout activities.
Okay.
These are lighter things for quick breaks. Digital coloring sheets.
Right. Stress relief.
With a sliding puzzle game for a little mental challenge, a memory game, and even riddles to sharpen focus. It's like a little pick-me-up kit.
That emphasizes taking breaks, doesn't it? Stepping away, but still engaging your brain in a different way.
For sure. Now, something else that stood out was their free Love Yourself challenge.
Focusing on self-talk.
Yeah, positive self-talk. And they use that Epictetus quote. People are disturbed not by a thing, but by their perception of a thing.
That's a powerful quote. Grounding it in Stoic thought. Shows a bit of the why behind focusing on perception.
Definitely. And they mentioned sending weekly emails with the latest mind tools, which is smart. Keeps people engaged, shows them what's new.
Yeah, good engagement strategy. Keeps the platform fresh in users' minds.
They also briefly mention premium mind tools. We don't have tons of detail, but it sounds like tools for building positive habits and managing negativity more deeply.
So like a step up for users who want more?
Seems like it. A potential path for deeper engagement if the free stuff works for you. So, okay, let's shift a bit. Why are they doing this? What's the motivation behind Reconstruct?
Well, based on their site, a big driver is tackling the stigma around mental health.
That's still a huge barrier for people.
It really is, and also just a lack of awareness about what therapy actually is or if it could even help them.
Right. So by offering these free, easy-to-use tools, they're kind of normalizing the idea of actively looking after your mind.
Exactly, making it feel like, a natural part of your daily life, like brushing your teeth or going for a walk.
Empowering people with tools and knowledge, and showing that therapy isn't some scary last resort, but maybe a natural next step if needed.
Precisely, and they use user reviews on their site too, those happy user reviews.
Social proof.
Yeah, builds trust. Seeing others had a good experience can encourage people to try it.
Makes sense. And looking forward, they seem to have pretty big plans.
They do. The vision is to become this one-stop destination for all things mental health.
Wow. Okay, so beyond just the tools.
Yeah, they mentioned wanting to include things like books and eventually direct access to therapists right there on the platform.
That's ambitious. It shows a commitment to the bigger picture of mental health care, not just self-help.
It really suggests a holistic view. Tools are great, but sometimes you need more information, professional help.
And how does the therapy part work now? Is it active?
Sort of. Right now, if you find a therapist you like, you tell Reconstruct and they send you a booking link.
Okay, so there's an intermediary step.
For now, yeah.
Yeah,
But they say the goal is direct booking eventually, which would make it much smoother, easier access.
got it. Now, with any platform like this, trust is key. How do they address that?
Well, they seem to be relying heavily on user goodwill, positive experiences, word of mouth.
So banking on the tools actually being helpful.
Seems like it, that community-driven growth model. Plus, the founder, Ashika, talks about her own personal struggles finding good mental health support.
So it comes from personal experience.
Yeah, her motivation is apparently to make it easier for others than it was for her, to connect people with the best support possible.
That adds a layer of authenticity, doesn't it?
They can, yeah. And Shraddha Sharma in that video mentioned Reconstruct's deep and pure intention, reinforces that feeling of genuine purpose.
Right. Okay, so if people listening are curious and want to check this out,
Yeah.
where do they go?
The Reconstruct app is on the Play Store. The website is reconstructyourmind.com.
Reconstructyourmind.com.
Got it. They're also on Instagram. Handle is reconstruct.doing.
Reconstruct.doing.
Okay. And if people have specific questions, there's an email, ashika@reconstructyourmind.com.
Good to have those resources.
Yeah.
So fundamentally, what we're seeing here is it's a way for you, the listener, to be more proactive about your mental well-being
Right.
on a daily basis.
Yeah. It seems to be about giving you tools to feel more in control, maybe less overwhelmed, maybe sharper and more effective day to day.
It's about making mental fitness a regular thing, not a crisis thing. Using these digital tools to build small, consistent habits.
Mm-hmm. So wrapping up, Reconstruct offers this really varied suite of digital tools, many free, aimed at making mental wellness a proactive, integrated part of daily life.
Which leads us to a final thought for you listening. Considering all these different tools, the planners, the shredder, the breathing exercises,
Mm-hmm.
what's one small, consistent thing you could maybe try incorporating into your day to be more intentional about your own mental fitness?
Maybe it's trying that box breathing for a minute, or jotting down one thing in a digital planner, or even just checking out that thought shredder.
Worth exploring, perhaps. Check out Reconstruct. See if any of these resources click with you in your journey towards maybe a slightly more focused and balanced mind.